What's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy Dre ONYX. The longest video, the most pointless but much needed video. You guys asked me, Dre, what's your favorite builds? What's this? What's that? Y'all actually legitimately, people just make a video and just say that people ask me this, blah, and they be lying. People genuinely ask me, what build are you on? What build have you made now? What have you done here? So in this video, this is gonna be one of the longest videos we do, but I'm going through every single one of my builds that I've made. What's the best? What's the worst? And honestly, taking it on a tier list, getting y'all right into it. Like I say, y'all, hold on. Wait.
It's all about money and mirth.
You feel me, stream? I say what?
It's all about money and mirth.
Anyway, now that we get into it, so here are all of my build slots. Builds always get deleted, undefeated. How many builds have I made this year? Probably over 30 builds. How much money have I spent? Over $2,000. How much hours do I have played on this game? 2,422 hours as of making this video right now. Not chubby in the stomach region. Only a starter, not a starter 3, a veteran 3, about to be a vet 4. Have unlimited jump shot boost. Just recently got that in the last few months of the game. These are once again some of my builds. I made some crazy builds: shot blocking points, shot blocking guards, shot blocking wings, builds with 99 that. But the top 1% build that I have, I'm going to start off with is the Swiss Army knife. Is the #1 build that I have.
It's all about money and mirth. Young nigga working it.
You feel me? Hold on, bro. Hold on. The best build. I'm not gonna load into the build. It's nothing to really gatekeep on the build. Every rating is an 80. Every single rating on this build is an 80 overall, and it's the best build because I'm a 6'6" point guard with 90 plus speed, 80 plus strength, right? I got high passing, high dribbling, Devin Booker dribble style, which is one of the greatest. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know the game, using Devin Booker dribble style, it puts you a level above people that or don't have it, don't use it. It puts you a level above them. So that's what makes it better. The best build that I have going in order will be my 6'3" guard, and that's because I'm able to get Steve Francis, 91 ball handle. I have an 85 steal, 75 perimeter and interior defense, 68 block. This is a max wingspan 6'3" build, by the way. 73 rebounding in both the categories, so I don't look stupid on rebounds. This is my fastest character by far that I have, 6'3". The next build will be the 6'4" scoring phenom, and the other 6'4" build, the two-way 3-level shot creator. Basically, essentially the same build, just heavy scoring outburst, but some passing on there with some extra this, some extra flair, some extra that. Both obviously very good builds. Now, those tie into each other. The next best build that I have going in complete order is my 6'6" 99 mid-range build. Self-explanatory once again. It's a 99 mid-range. I'm able to play in a way that I know for a fact I'm going to carry. Teams can't stop me, players can't stop me. My abilities are unmatched. Now I have a few 1v1 builds going over to my 6'6" 1v1 build. All right, 6'6" 1v1 build. Now that's my favorite guards out of everything in this video. My favorite guards. Right now we're going into the 1v1 6'10s, 6'11s. We're going into the builds that I've gate kept the entire year. Kept whatever the gate was closed when I was making these builds. Starting off with the catfish shot blocking wing. I'm not going to load into the build, but I'm just going to paint a picture for you guys so you can imagine the build and what it is at its core. It's a small forward, right, shot blocking wing that gets a high ass mid-range, Giannis crossover, 85 pass accuracy, decent speed, contact dunks off one, and I get the big man elite contact dunks as well. Great post moves, great post work, so decent big. Now this isn't my best one. I don't use them often. You can see the date in which I made them as I'm recording this video. How many builds I probably made and deleted and upgraded and deleted, etc. and so forth, but I digress. Going over now to my 1v1 6'10 build, lowest weight. As you guys know, 1v1 6'10 build, lowest weight. The thing is that I didn't account for when it comes down to playing the 1v1, and I can show you guys something like this right now, actually into the builder as we go over. If you're making a tall 1v1 build and you're not like 6'9", But if you go 6'10", 6'11", what you should do, just for the sake of this video, wait, let me look at this build. That shit is ass. Okay, just for the sake of this video, say if you're going 6'10", you're making a 1v1 build, right? In my opinion, it depends on you, who you are, how you play, your abilities, what you like to do, and stuff like that. But damn sure, damn straight, always keep it to the point where you get, how do I say this? You make sure your physicals are the best and your defense is least of your concerns, if that makes sense. Defense doesn't matter. Oh no, it's tall one, 6'10" and up, 1v1 builds, defense doesn't matter. So I'm gonna just show you guys a quick example so you guys understand the gist of what I mean and how I'm saying it. And if I were to redo anything, I would do something like this. Post control doesn't matter. So you will probably do something like this. Get your contact. This is if you have cap breakers. I have 17 cap breakers, but layup doesn't matter. But if you have layup on your build, meet minimal threshold. So layup doesn't matter, post control doesn't matter. I'm a person that likes to get the minimal ratings because post control, it won't save you, if that makes sense. It won't save you. When it comes down to shooting, mid ranges, if you learn the game, know the abilities of the game, dude, mid-range merchant. All right, if you learn the mid-range, get your lethal zones in the mid-range and you do your job in that space, in that area, you won the game. That's the point. Shooting, three-pointer, you should on your build have at least an 80 three-pointer. If you're making a 1v1 build, then I would suggest something like an 83. Just go with it, just have it, just use it, be able to have that in your bag of tricks in terms of 1v1 builds. Obviously, if you're not Glock 19, if you're not anybody that really knows how to dribble but you want to learn how to dribble, I suggest you put on the 68 or the 70 speed with ball on your player, or 75 depending on you. This is what I mean by the defense. You see a lot of people that play this game, they don't upgrade their steal. So a lot of post scorers and people with no speed have no steal at all whatsoever on their builds. What you do need in this game though, if you're a tall build, you're gonna need an 82 plus interior defense, so you're not looking goofy. In terms of perimeter defense, I would say personally, just go to a 62. And this is from everything that I've seen out of this game this year. Everything that I've seen out of the game this year, all the pain and suffering that one has gone through, such as myself. This is for all the marbles, all the pain. Y'all don't know how much pain I'm speaking with, but just know I've gone through hell and back in this game, dude. 62 perimeter defense, or if you're one of those people that needs to meet the minimum requirements on perimeter defense and stuff like that, put it no higher than a 73. If you don't want to get certain animations on you, which don't matter, go up to a 75. That's your defense. Same thing with steal. Steal unlocks 70, all the ratings at 75. All the steal animations, all that good fun stuff within the game. Block rating is totally up to you. I would personally go with a 78 block. If you need a higher block or know for a fact what you can do with higher block ratings, go for an 84 to get paint patroller, or an 86. That's totally, once again, up to you. Rebounding on the 1v1 court, rough, but the easiest thing to do is going with an 80 O board. That's it. All you need is an 80 O board, because it's all about your offensive possessions, not your defensive possessions. Something that was not taught to me, was not shown to me. I wouldn't know. Stuff like that. And then speed, I would say personally, get the maximum amount of speed you can get, maximum amount of agility you can get, everything to the max of its abilities. And then once you've created your bestest 1v1 build, that's 6'10", because interior defense doesn't matter, steal doesn't matter, nothing matters but things that would help you stop someone. Like, you don't need, and I'm just saying this for the example of the video, you don't need an 84 perimeter defense on a game where you can't get on-ball minutes because you're too tall. Ruthless perimeter defense is maxed out at 6'9". So I can't play my best on-ball perimeter defense in a game because of the game itself. It makes no sense. It doesn't even add up. You feel me? So what you need to do is be the fastest you can be, the most agile you can be, have the most strength you can get, have the most vertical you can get within the game, and just, hey, I want to get blocks. Put block on your build. You feel me? If Mid-range, you need to be a mid-range merchant. Dunking, you need to be a merchant. Every area of the game, you need to be some form of a merchant in, because none of this shit, it doesn't matter. Long story short, it really doesn't matter. 88 interior defense going up against the post scorer, doesn't matter. Guess what? The post scorer is still going to post score. Feel me? The contact dunks off ones and off twos, guess what? You're still going to get taken out of a contact dunk, even if you're in contact dunking takeover. And the story continues. Perimeter defense doesn't matter, but block, I'm not going to say block matters. It's not the end all be all rating, but it's like being able to reach to some degree, to some level, makes a lot of sense, makes perfect sense even when you're making 1v1 builds and stuff like that. But ultimately, everything is still like, everything's the same, stream. Gang it up. I'm letting y'all know, no matter how much speed you put on your build, how much agility, no matter how fast you try to make your mind player, no matter how good you try to make your shooting, or no matter what you're doing in this game, I'm letting you know right now, none of that shit matters. None of it at all. If you're making a 1v1 build. Now that I made this, I may be on the ones tomorrow on this build, bro. I already know what the vibe is. Don't try out, man. Show what I created. 2-way, 3 levels, going with that. If I was to make a 1v1 build again, or whatever the case may be, bro, it's a lot that go into this game, bro. Close shot don't matter. It's just, you look at so much that just, nah, this shit don't matter. Nobody gonna care about this. If your player weren't to have this, I promise you, you'll still be all right. Like, it's just shit in this game, bro. It make me so mad playing this, yo, fool. Hold on, man. Fuck that block rating, nigga. Us, my little baby contact dunk. Wait, hold on, bro. Let me see. I only get one. Man, that shit trying. Oh, shit. Nah, that shit lit. Fuck that. Let me go for that. Oh, let me say boom. Alright. Boom. Yeah. No need to have that. Alright. Oh, about to make another 1v1 build until can. That's all, nigga. Save this shit. Next one of my favorite builds, getting off or getting away from the 1v1 builds in general on NBA 2K, bro. My big man build, my 6'5" center. I'm gonna load up on this build for you guys just so y'all can see. Once again, y'all get on my head about builds that are being gate kept and builds like this, and why is the build like that, and how is this a 6'5" center? How is it 6'5"? Bro, it's a 6'5" power forward that I just call a 6'5" center. Reason why he's a 6'5" center, because he's a big man. He does big man ting. But I would say the hardest thing on playing 6'5" center in NBA 2K25, or the greatest thing, is knowing for a fact the mismatches have been immaculate. Being on a 6'5" center, going up against 7'3", 7-footer, 6'11s, and being able to out rebound them, or being able to play interior defense, perimeter defense, steal the ball, block shots, be able to dribble using Devin Booker dribble style, being able to shoot midi fades, being able to get contact dunks, being able to just be one of the fastest guys, defensively inclined, ball IQ. The build takes a lot of skill, and plus this build is 6'5" max weight with a 7-foot wingspan, probably to see up on the screen. But this is the build, man. And a lot of my builds, sometimes I don't go and get my hot spots. I think these are one of the builds where I didn't go and get my hot spots, but you feel me, just the same. I'm hot all over the court without playing a MyCAREER game. I need y'all to understand how crazy that is, or how insane that is, to say that you have a person who doesn't even play MyCAREER getting his hot spots in park and rec, and y'all see the spots on my MyPlayer. So I'm a dog like that, just the same. So one of my favorite builds, a unique build, the undersized big man, the 6'5" undersized big man. You feel me? Chef's kiss. Now, my actual favorite tall build was between my 7-foot center, but both of my 6'11" builds are in a category of their own, but they're not number one. I'm just gonna show you guys, maybe they're basically essentially the same build, but I'm gonna show you guys the one on the end spot, number 15. Now, just saying that this build is the best power forward that I can make on NBA 2K and still be able to be myself, be able to play within my abilities, within my skill, being able to do dunks, layups, and other little things like that allow the game to more come to me naturally, I should say. But this build is definitely more defensively inclined. It's a 6'11 build with a 7'6 wingspan. And you guys will probably get on my head, Dre, why would you go 6'11 over 7 foot? I'm going to explain all of that in this video. But just to show you guys, I got contact dunks, standard big man contact dunks, post fade ability, an 84 midi, so I'm able to have a 99 mid range, 77 3 ball, 93 on a free throw, and I'm a bucket getter, 75 on the pass, like just to be able to throw some passes, 68 speed with ball, an underrated category, 75 interior, 75 perimeter, 75 steal, which once again, as we talked about earlier, which unlocks all the steal animation. So imagine me being a 6'11 lockdown defender, bro. Oh my god. With an 85 block, and I'm able to play the lanes. And also I got a 79 O board with an 85 D board, 79 speed. So I maxed out the speed, the agility, and somewhat of the strength on the build. And basically both of my 6'11 builds are the exact same, except the next 6'11 build has Kevin Durant's moves, Kevin Durant's go-to shot, and those abilities that allow me to create the type of offense that I want to create. Lower pass accuracy, more dunking ability, so I got contact knocks off ones and off twos on that build as well, and things like that. But after reviewing basically essentially all my builds, and I'm going to go through and let you guys know everything with the 6'11 build real quick on why I chose 6'11 over 7 footer. It's very self-explanatory, actually. It's so self-explanatory, but not many people think the way that I think. By the way, y'all see that shot block and point build. Just once again, more builds out for those that want to make a shot block and point in the next 2K. Here you guys go, man. This is how you make a shot block and point. So this one specifically gets the 90s plus speed. You could do what you will with the rebounding or the defensive rebounding ratings. 85 block is the key to getting the build name. 75 perimeter, 75 interior, 75 speed with ball, and then contact dunks off regular, just off 2. And it's lit. It's a good build, not a terrible one whatsoever. A 6-7 build, if you guys didn't know, on NBA 2K can play the 1 through 5, depending on how you make your build. But when it comes down to it, let's just get into it with the 6'11s and the 7 footers and all this other that and the third. 6'11 over 7 footer, right? You guys, first thing that comes to mind with the 6'11 over the 7 footer is that the 7 footer may get more attributes, but it doesn't get more abilities. When I tell you guys the 6'11 gets more abilities with less attributes, it feels different. So I'll make a 7 footer. This is a typical 7 footer, by the way. Typical regular 7 footer build, right? Usually people go with a 7 footer, 240, a 7'4 wing, perfect build height, everything. Immediately you're able to meet minimal thresholds. You see all the abilities and stuff you're able to unlock. Some people may go for speed or more agility. Some people may go for having decently high dunk. Some people may go for pass accuracy. Build that you can make isn't going to be a bad build. I want y'all to understand that. It's not going to be a bad build. You'll get a lot. Now, when I mean a lot of abilities, there's a huge skill gap within the game that most people, they just can't simply get around. There's a lot of people that they try their best to, but they can't. When it comes down to steal rating and stuff like that, you'll go to 60 and just get a point back, and then you'll go to a 62 on interior, and then the whole game, everything just simply put, everything just continues on and it mounts up, and basically essentially on a low level at a low tier, this is what every 7 footer build is. You have more abilities or more attributes, more gold badges, and you may feel like you're able to do more, but you can't. You have to be really skilled or really good at what you're doing in order to do what you need to do in order to be offensively inclined. Now, let me go 6'11. What is it? 7, what? Wait, go 6'11. Maybe I don't want to have all the strength in the world, but I want to be decently strong. So I'll go with a build that's able to get 85 strength. When I have a 73 ball handle, right? So on the last build, we were able to get legend rebound chaser if we wanted. But on this, you can't. You're absolutely right. You can't do that on a build like this. Rebounding, depending on how you're upgrading the build, may be more or less. You can have more speed on your build and everything, but there's a lot more. You see these same attributes? It's somewhat no point when you think about it. So we're going to make it all from scratch one more time. Now you're able to go up to an 80 layup, but if I'm cool with a 75, then I'm good with a 75. When it comes down to dunking, you don't need contact dunks, but you can do less and still be able to have more, feel like you're doing more. And that's why I like the 6'11". Also, when it comes down to the ball handle, I'm able to still get strong handle animations. So now I'm able to still strong handle people. I'm able to still play my type of game. I'm able to still get challenger at least on bronze. So it's not like I can't step out on the perimeter. You feel me? It's not like I can't go out and play defense, because I can. But it's like the still, you're able to get glove and interceptor instead of just going for interceptor. You're still able to get the blocks that you're able to get. Say if I go lower on the interior defense, I'm still able to step out. And then when it comes down to the rebounding, once again, that's completely and utterly up to you and how you want to upgrade your build. But majority of people that want to be able to do a little bit or have a little bit of sauce and everything, they will double up or do 80 right here just to be able to rebound. But then you go over to the speed, and then you realize, as tall as I am, as fast as I am, with the abilities that I need in order to be somewhat considered or classified as good in the game. And then we get into the last part, the shooting. It's all up to you. Me personally, this is where you can get the most creative or be the biggest asshole. And it really starts with the shooting. But as you can see, the more you do, the harder you go when it comes down to attributes, depending on cap breakers, where you have your stuff at. You see how cheap the three-pointer was. I went down 3 points on my strength, and I was able to fully almost max out my shooting up into an ability where it will make the most sense to just have it at. But this is legitimately it. This is what it is. I'm able to have more that I'm able to do on my build, be able to play my type of play style, be able to play my way. And then Mike Wang and they got cap breakers in the game, so now I'm able to not only play my own type of way, but I'm able to use my cap breakers and make more of the build that I want, which I can't do at 7 foot. I can't strong handle somebody at 7 foot. I can't play the best perimeter defense at 7 foot. I don't get no form of challenger at 7 foot. So there's those things that weigh in. Plus, having 77 speed with an 85 strength, you can't do that at 7 foot. The highest speed you could probably go and still have decent strength would be, hell, I couldn't even give you a plausible, decent answer. Is the plot thickens. If you go lower on weight and stuff to get the 70 agility on your build and be a part of that, because really all you need is an 83 strength, and I'm being genuine about that. But you go 70 agility, which not many footers can get, but you can have the make it rain takeover. And if you chose to put cap breakers on your dunk, then you can have the slice takeover. So I can have 85 or 86 speed with the 80 agility, be 6'11", still be able to rebound, be one of the fastest, be the strongest, be able to strong handle people, dunk on heads, and you feel me, like the thoughts continue. And then you don't have to have the lowest arms either. I don't have to have the littlest arms, my boy. I can have somewhat mid-tier arms, be able to still play defense. It all just continues. The plot thickens. But that's the biggest differences between a 6'11" build and a 7-footer, in my opinion. I try to list off the best of their abilities and the best things that they have. However, now we're on to the tail end of this video, and which is what, Dre, what is your best build, your favorite build? What's the #1 build that you have? And by far, when I tell you by far, the favorite, bestest, full breakdown build that I have on NBA 2K 25 will be, in a simple, the spot or the build that is in the number 12 slot, which is, as you guys can clearly see, the skilled stretch. There's two-way skilled stretch 4, stretch 4. This build gets a multitude of build names, but this is my favorite build, and I can modify it for you guys in 1 second, because I wouldn't want nobody to make my stretch 4 build the way I did. So the way I made mine was terrible. All right, and I was being an asshole with a lot of this stuff, and it's not deal breakers or make or break type of things. However, this build is specifically just going off of being a stretch 4, 6'10", with a 231 wing with 7'3" wingspan. This is where I was at with it. No, This is where I was at with it. So it's somewhat, this isn't it exactly, and I highly doubt that I would even get the build name for something like this. But let me just see what I got real quick. Let me just see what I'm working with real quick. These are the comparisons I got for sure. 3-level scoring threat. Yikes. No, I'm not doing that. Oh my God. It's probably the one I should have made right here. Something like this. Literally, I genuinely wish I could just be like, hey, I should have made this right here instead. Something remotely close to this. But I didn't make this at all. If I'm being political, I didn't make this at all. And I genuinely, like, y'all can probably hear it in my voice, I genuinely want to go back and try to make something close or similar in the range of this. But long story short, I went with a 75 on the 75 dunk, 85 standard dunk, and 75 layup. And Kevin Durant going right here, some nice high free throw and some nice decent perimeter defense and stuff like that. I forgot what else I exactly did, but this is somewhat, once again, just the gist of what my build is. And then I use cap breakers on other things and other rebounding categories like my speed, my agility, and stuff like that. And boy, this is probably very close to what I made. I really can't think of it right now in my brain. Either way, I got these same comparisons, and I was making a stretch 4 build. And long story short, I was like, oh, a stretch 4? Let me see if I can modify and get something better. All right, let me see if I can modify and get something better. I would tell you guys, from the dawn of time to the end of it, man, don't make no bullshit like this in life, dude. I'm gonna show you guys my build that I currently have, but this is the best build I have because of my playstyle. If it wasn't because of my playstyle, the way I move, the way I carry myself within the game, I would actually have just wasted money. But long story short, me naturally knowing my position is a power forward. I play power forward. That's my natural born position, is to play power forward on NBA 2K. I can play the 2, I can play the 3, I can play the 4, and I can play the 5 on this build, but I need to be on a certain body size. So right now I'm using muscular or muscles or a body type right now, and that allows me to be able to do my little body type thing. But here goes. I'm about to let you guys know every pro and con and flaw with my greatest build, show you guys everything that I have on it. Biggest issue and the biggest flaw with this build is, once again, the dunking. All right, the 75 dunking on this build with the 90 standard dunk. If you are clean in this game, and what I mean clean in this game, dude, you can pull off some pretty good, pretty skilled, pretty sick. Hey, I'm in the lane, pass fake, dunk meter, standing dunk. You can knock somebody out like that. The things that save this build is the 90 standard dunk with the 87 mid-range with lethal zones though. You need lethal zones, but also I have a 92-0 board. 92-0 board is also saving my ass more than you would think, but also I have an 80 steal with an 80 block. And then if I hit any more cap breakers or hit legend in this game or some shit like that, if I were to do that, I will go with an 85 block. I would just go with those things. The amount of gold badges that I have, the amount of silver or whatever, the amount of badges that I have are saving my ass with this build. Low pass accuracy, as you guys can see. 68 speed with ball, always been the same in that brigade in that regard. 75 interior defense, because interior defense doesn't matter as much as strength, rebounding, and blocking. These two categories matter. You're a lockdown defender if you have these two categories. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of speed, a little bit of strength. They don't matter. 1, 2, 3. You need to be able to rebound. You need to be able to steal the ball. You need to be able to block the ball. Now, everything else come with being just 6'10". So standing dunk is overpowered. You don't know what you're doing, you're wasting your time. Same thing with Kevin Durant go-to shot. Same thing with Giannis cross. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know how to self-lob to yourself, create your own offense, it's bad work. But also on top of that, like I said, man, take your time and go and get those lethal zones, get those hot spots. Look at the takeover I'm using. I'm using defensive precision. The only reason I'm using defensive precision is because once you get to level 3 takeover, you'll have an 84 steal and an 85 block, right? That would allow my player to reach confidently at the ball and actually get it, especially if I'm in two-way tenacity or something. I'm able to get the ball. The reason why this is also one of the better builds, I have unlimited jump shot boost. I unlocked unlimited jump shot boost on NBA 2K for the first time in my life. Though it's at the end of the game, I still unlocked it. It allows me to play the game at my ability, to my skill. The rebounding is up, but I don't use Rebound Chaser or Box Out Beast or Rise Up. I use Hall of Fame Pogo. It allows me to jump again and can continue to jump, but it works well with defensive precision because it allows me to jump for shots, get the ball, run at the ball, things like that. It's things like that that allow me to be able to play my type of game, play my type of skill. And then everything else kind of comes with it, like legend strong handle. I like strong handling all bigs. Like today, I got my ass bust by a 7'3" build. Couldn't do anything to stop him. He was owning me. The trauma is still in my boob area here, bruh, the pain. But by far, the greatest power forward build, the greatest small forward, the greatest center build I have in NBA 2K is right here before you. In terms of dunking the ball, if I'm not in two-way tenacity, or if I'm not running straight at the rim, right, I just need to be flicking my stick down, holding my stick up, just need to do simple dunks. Or lob it to myself. I can lob the ball to myself and dunk consistently for some odd reason. Rebounding, everything else. But this is it. This is the final video. The final thing for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys got a chance to fully understand my builds and everything like that. I showed you guys my favorite build that I'm on right now, the #1 best build I have within the Swiss Army knife, my 6'11" builds that are dog. Like, do I need to continue on? I had 7-footer builds that were good. We deleted a lot of builds, made a lot of 1v1 builds, made a lot of mistakes, made a lot of progress, wasted a lot of money per usual, and we made it all back this year. So I'm back. I'm at 0. None of the money that was spent this year, it was in vain. We made it all back. I'm gonna get up with y'all, man, in the next one. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. I'm out, bro. Peace.